First, the Guam Democratic Caucus will be held tomorrow. Today, PNC spoke with presidential candidate Senator Bernie Sanders, who's asking for Guam's vote to help secure his position as the nominee for the Democratic National Convention. Sanders also says that if elected president, he will pay Guam a visit. Presidential candidate Senator Bernie Sanders is calling on Guam voters to rally behind him for tomorrow's Democratic Caucus. PNC had the opportunity to interview the senator from Vermont. Why is Guam important in your presidential campaign?
Well, it's important in the same way that every state and every territory is important. There are delegate votes there, and those votes will determine who the next president of the United States is. And we're going to do everything that we can to win as many of those delegates as possible. So I hope that we can have good support from the people of Guam.
The presidential hopeful explains how he expects to win the nomination.
Well, where we are right now, we have won about 45% of what we call the pledge delegate, where people have a right to vote. We have won 18 states. She has won 23 states. So our goal in the next 6 weeks, including Guam, is to win 65% of the vote. If we can do that, we will go into the convention with a majority of the votes.
Meanwhile, Sanders says Guam and the territories would be included in his platform to essentially overhaul the country. And he even says if elected president, he would visit Guam. Would you consider visiting Guam?
Yes, obviously, in a 4-year term, that would be something that I would very much like to do. One of the issues that I know that is concerned to Guam is the earned income tax credit, which is very, very important for that state. And I believe that I support the president in making sure that the federal government picks up its fair share of the cost for that. Also, I think that not only does the federal government have a responsibility to compensate Guam for the program, but it also has got to make sure that Guam receives adequate federal resources to fund its hospitals, schools, and the other services that it provides with people. That is an issue that we will fight for.
What about health care? I know Guam or the territories were sort of left out of the Affordable Care Act. Is that something you would look into as president?
Yes, absolutely. I happen to believe that health care is a right of all people, and I am a strong advocate of a Medicare for all single-payer program. The Guam Democratic Caucus will be held tomorrow, May 7th, from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. at the Agana Shopping Center. The caucus is open to any eligible Guam voter who is a member of the Democratic Party. Same-day registration will be accepted.